Hello friends, this is Coldrun. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV's Dawntrail expansion. It's been a few weeks since I last played, for different boring reasons. I apologize, I will try to be more consistent, but I can't promise anything in good faith because I know who I am. So, off we go. Erenville. Oh, Leaking Workpot. Concerned about the dangers on the road. Okay, so the moblin settlement of Earthenshire is not far from here. And the road is full of bandits. So considering present company, my concerns unwarranted. Yeah, I think we're good on bandits. Bandits on the road? What have Zoralja and the Landsguard been doing? Seems it's up to me. It seems it's up to me to restore order to the area. Yeah. Off she pops. Yeah, off she goes again. From now we'll head to west and aim for the bank of the second river. Off we go. I'm not super worried about bandits. Well, where are these bandits? Apparently, they're not foolish enough to attack a party of this size. Earthenshire is just a little farther ahead, on the opposite bank of the Miakabek Zoma, but let's remain vigilant all the same. The Miakbek... Oh, I already forgot it. Look at these bizarre creatures, these swamp monks. They're like birdfish, fish birds. Strange little things. What is this place? Earthenshire, is it like literally what is it? It looks like it's the ruins of something, right? Yeah, it's like broken shards. Huh. And there were like symbols on the wall, like almost like atomic things. Maybe that's their language. This is it, the village where the lay of pots from the Duel saga took place. Earthenshire, Earthenshire might be a similarity. Might the similarity be a cultural inclination, I wonder? I mean, I guess. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, Earthenshire is a moblin or goblin town, isn't it? The settlements themselves couldn't be more different, though. The Shire appears to be custom-built to resemble pots, while the other is a repurposed town. This Shire appears to be custom-built. I didn't think it was custom-built. I thought it really was ruins, but no, apparently it's custom-built. Elderly moblin woman. What is that sound supposed to be? Welcome to Earthenshire. Do I have the pleasure of happy greeting the third promise and her retinue? That's us. We're looking for the Dawn Servant's Elector, if you happen to know who that is. I assume it's this woman. Did you hear that sound effect? That was so cool. Ready Rock. You're exchanging tongue flaps with her right now. Ready Rock is the Elector you seek. Oh, that's helpful. We can cut straight to performing the feat. It's never that easy. Yeah, there we go. As much as Ready Rock would like to do just that, we have a much more pressing worry. The storm which hit our village shattered the cliffs and dropped rocks onto our brain cases. Ow. Many Hellpans for the Potsworn were injured. Her bag has her sack thing. The tarp on her backpack has those symbols too. They look almost like a Time Lord language, don't they? This is no time for feats or metal tests. I'm sorry to hear that. After learning what the storm did to the stairs, I feared you'd been caught in its path. Not to change the subject, but what are the Potsworn? I don't know. Oh, goldsmiths contracted to work for the moblins. The word comes from their pot-like workshops where they practice their craft. So the Potsworn are... Wait, it's one of those things I read, but I went in and out of my brain. Goldsmiths who work for the moblins. So they're not necessarily moblins themselves. They're Potsworn or goldsmiths who work for the moblins. The moblins provide these Potsworn with tools, materials, living quarters, everything the artisans could possibly need. This allows them to concentrate on producing what is widely known as the finest gold and metal work on Toral. Disappointed artisan. This is unacceptable. I was promised no distractions. It's a storm, unless you're talking about us. If this is the best they can offer, I should never have left Wachumeki Meki. Are you side-eyeing us on your way back? That was a cool camera shot. You see, the Potsworn desert us. Without enough healthy Helphands, we are failing to uphold our side of the Pot Pact. You don't want to shatter the Pot Pact. Should all our Potsworn leave, Earthenshire will grind to a halt. We have to do something, and do it soon. Then let us stand in for the injured helpers. It would give me the chance to learn more about your people and your village, and if it brings me closer to the beginning the feat, then all the better. Well, this isn't strictly part of the contest, so don't feel obligated to join in. Take a rest while you can. Are you kidding me? Of course I'll help. We're trying to bring that positive Gulool Ja Ja energy. I was hoping you'd say that. I actually wasn't too sure I could do this on my own. Lead by example. We'll all help. I doubt any of us could just sit around and watch. I love the sounds. Is this new? Have goblins always had that little sound effect? We'll take every Helphand we can get. Ready Rock truth swears that once the Potsworn have the perfect workshop again, we will commence the feat with all haste. You with the third promise can assist Helphand Rakorok. You other four, follow Ready Rock. There are other Helphands in need of help lending. Yeah, it's like a rusty oil can sound that the moblins have. I really appreciate you pitching in. I meant what I said at many fires. There'll be no more feigning strength, no more playing at being an invincible promise. If there's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's how practiced you are at aiding those in need. And I mean to make the most of having such... Wait, what did you say? There's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's how practiced you are at aiding those in need. Like, you've learned how good I am at helping people. Oh, that's a little weird, okay. And I mean to make the most of having such an incredible mentor at my side. Oh, gotcha, okay. So you want to learn from me. You want to do all the side quests possible. Now let's find this Rakorok fellow and see what we can do for him. Rakorok. Oh, I don't know what that second thing is. Rakorok can't meet his obligations without more Helphands. The pot pack is broken and the pots are emptying. You've come to aid Rakorok. Rakorok accepts your hand lending with joyous feel smiles. Their way of talking is quite something. It's different from... What was the Sylph quirk? Sylphs were like this one. That was Sylphs were all about this one, not the same as the goblins. Whatever you need. Bop, 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 bop. But we got some side quests to do. By the way, I'm not going to be recording the side quests anymore. It's recording and editing is a bit draining, and I don't think there's really any interest in people from folks in watching the side quest videos. So I'll just do the MSQ here. And we're back. It's the next day. Rakorok. Lending a Helphand. Rakorok needs help learning about the Potsworn Kahe. Oh, I'm never going to get that down. What Rakorok needs is new Helphands to create good living for Potsworn Kahe. Kahe was the guy, person who just left. The Helphand assigned to Kahe was hurt during the rock rain, so Rakorok took over, but he knows nothing of Kahe. What does Kahe want? What does Kahe need? Helphands do not bother the Potsworn with straight asks. This is, on one hand, it's like, I don't know what I think of this goblin language, the moblin like speech patterns. I think it's fantastic. It's incredibly it's creative and fun, and a little bit. This comes off as a negative, but I mean this in a positive way. It's a little bit like the like Newspeak from 1984, like double plus good. It's like that sort of thing, but it actually is adding rather than subtracting. Our job is to observe and anticipate, not prepare things with guess think. Please guess think with Rakarok. Find out what Kahe is lacking so we can provide it. You can count. Oh, you can count. You can count on us. Yeah. This is where Kahe works, isn't it? Is it? Also, I see now, and the side quests I did between the last, just in the meanwhile, confirmed, like, they had me looking around the town. They see now that, like these are set up as pots. It's just they were, I think the entrances are set up and designed to look, like, artistic. Like, this is just a wildly creative town design. All right, Wuklamont, let's take a peek inside then. That must be Kahe. Oh no, Kahe is not the person who left. It'd be a lot quicker if we could just talk to him, but that's not the way they do things around here, apparently. We'll have to leave him be and try our hand at some guess think. Inspect the workshop. Okay. Yeah, there was I also won a triple triad card, a Moblin triple triad card that helped explain some of this, some of that relationship, which I'll take a look at after this. What are we doing? We're looking. Nice lamp up here. Got the stuff on the wall. I don't know if this is language or not. I really thought it was language, but it might just be an artistic style. Crafting materials. Some ingots. Bars. I don't know what the difference is. Well, he has no shortage of crafting materials. Must be something else he's missing. We got untouched meal. Shakshuka. Oh, shakshuka's... Apparently shakshuka is both delicious and really easy to make, and I want to try it. One of these days I will make it. He's barely touched his meal. This dish is meant to be eaten hot, or it loses its savor. The furnace? No. Oh, and even the furnace has, like, the face on it. I think the ones in Earthenshire had those too. Worn goldsmithing tools. These tools are looking pretty worn down. Maybe time for some new ones? By the way, all this stuff got me in the mood to try out armoring last night, to try out some trade skill stuff, some crafting specifically, because gathering I could do whenever. What's the best way, I guess, what would you all recommend to, because I know people have talked about, like, oh, you can level up crafting in 15 minutes from 90 to 100 or 80 to 90 or 70 to 80, or it's always been like super speed versions. It's been a long time since I leveled up crafting without tribal quests. Is there a particular strategy you'd recommend to do, not Department of the Hand, Disciple of the Hand leveling up? Yeah, if there is, or if you have a good guide that you'd recommend, let me know. It also might be the sort of thing, maybe the best options open up at like 100. Kai, fanning yourself. He must be boiling sitting so close to the furnace, and there's no airflow to speak of. How could anyone work in that stifling heat? I'm in Minnesota, don't ask me. I mean, summers are hot, but they're not. I'm not in Texas, or even just within the US. I'm not like in the South or the... We're okay. All right, after taking a good look, I think I have an idea of what things Kai might want to improve his working conditions. Yeah, we got some good ideas here. I'll follow the Wookiee out. So it was right here, one of these. Yeah, dense forest of Kozamuka. So they're an eccentric clan of expert miners and gatherers with a common ancestry with the goblins, but they're not just it's not just a cultural difference. It's like a different, it's like an offshoot race, I guess, like Neanderthals and what were the humans that actually lived parallel to the proto-humans that lived parallel to Neanderthals that actually advanced into today's humans. I don't remember. Maybe like that. They make their living with by providing control. So they provide the pot-sworn crafting materials. So it's like a symbiotic relationship. Oh, you made your observations? What did you guess think? Yeah, no, he hasn't touched his food. The cooking might suck. But our food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't he want to eat it? Yo, shakshuka really did look good. Rock is sure of nothing when it comes to Kahei's taste. Because it wasn't like a pile of slop. It was like a really tasty-looking bowl there. I can help you with that. My brother Kona is also Hetsaro. And while everyone has their personal preferences, and Hetsaro are the elves, right? There are some they tend to share, like an aversion to piping hot dishes. If it was brought to him like that, Kahei probably wouldn't have been able to eat it until it cooled down. By the time he came back to it, he might have found it cold and unappetizing. I guess that feels like that's more on Kahei than anyone else. But okay. No, that's true. If he's someone who can only eat at times, like at really specific times, then you don't want to serve something that's temperature specific as far as whether it's good. That's fair. Simplest solution to serve, yeah, it's just to taste good no matter the temperature. Rakarok never would have thought of that. Would the third promise mind explaining these things to our cook? No, but yeah, there's more. The Hetsaro homeland is hot and dry, but even Kahei seemed to be suffering in front of that furnace. Any way you would cool down the workshop? Oh, we could try a drafty shard. They make a lovely breeze. Is that like a portable ice crystal, maybe? Yeah, where do we get one? From the Shoals of No Return. Yeah, we'll just swing by the Shoals of No Return and be right back. That doesn't... Okay. There are many old boats there, abandoned by those who gave up on their search for the Golden City. So we salvaged them from the wrecks. Yeah, I got that. Fist pump. Oh, and one more thing. So the files and saws were worn down, so new tools. Oh, Rakarok was too preoccupied with stocking materials. A serious oversight which you will rectify. Supplying good tools for good living is a Helphand's responsibility. We'll be back. Like, this may be one of my favorite villages in the game. Like, it's so perfectly designed, so creative, but not, like, impractical. Like, I could see them actually making this. Like, the ornamentation is, there's vents, there's, like, weird chimneys at different spots, and it's artistic, but also, like, very practical. I really love this Earthenshire. It's just a fantastic village. Look around for a tunnel from the around for a tunnel from the vantage point. Okay. Kona, welcome. I'm glad you're helping. You're Kakushu, aren't you? What brings you out here? Ah, the issue with caring for the Potsworn. When they approached me with the same problem, I suggested they commission artisans in Charlian instead. The quality of craftsmanship would be guaranteed, after all. There is a danger for Kona of... like... if you're going to be a good leader, I think being open to innovation is one thing, but you have to... I think ideally it's in a way that doesn't seem like it's dismissing the quality, like it's disrespectful to those around you. Like I'm thinking of, what was that, pre-World War One, like the Russian leaders who were like German, like Germanophiles or whatever they're called, who were like super into everything German and like people hated them for it. Like there's a bit of a worry with that with Kona, possibly. Yeah, moblins do not care for the idea. I'm not surprised. Surely it would be more effective to engage a uniformly trained collective. I cannot understand their fixation on individual contracts. It seems like it's a cultural value, and you can't just dismiss those. Well, then perhaps the custom will make more sense once we begin the feat of pots. Until then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in the matter of Helphands, and are instead tasked with tending the injured. We were on our way back from procuring herbs for Earthenshire, in fact. Settlements in Kozamauka, too, have been isolated by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found a way here? Should I become Dawn Servant, one of my first acts will be to establish reliable trade routes to the capital, when I imagine how much good we can achieve with Charlian technology. Like, I'm really with him. I think this is just it's almost like a nitpick on Kona. I don't think it's necessarily a serious concern, but it's something I'm going to be on the lookout for. And it's something that was certainly a barrier here. If you'll excuse us. We'll meet again, I'm sure. Take care, Kakushu. I'm not forgetting how you tried to cave in the dungeon on us back in Ihwe something. We weren't underneath it, but still. Yeah, I see the cave there. This is a fate that has me fighting off moles to preserve the time-worn stones of the Imperius. Have we heard of the Imperius yet as a faction? This is just northwest of Earthenshire. I don't recognize the term Imperius, at least. Oh, I'm about to die. Saved by the bell. So these are the shoals, but just picking up a bunch of bright crystals looking for a drafty shard. It's got to be like a blue crystal, right? Crystal. Oh, no, it's the green crystal. It's the wind crystal, of course. Soothing whisper of wind. Yeah. I was thinking blue for ice, but no, if it's like an AC we're building, basically, yeah, then the wind one. I guess it would be both ice and wind. Wind is a good start, though. If you pick one, I think you go with wind. We got a cool breeze to share. Drafty shard. The brisk breeze emanating from those wind crystal can be used to fill sails or cool stuffy workshops. The happy dance, or the I need to pee dance. Yes, thank you for finding a drafty shard. Rakruk will add it to the new set of tools he bought. And I come bearing good food tidings. The cook has prepared a feast fit for the most discerning Hetsaro, and it's on its way even as we speak. Will Kahe give it the thumbs up? I mean, probably. I'd be shocked if he doesn't. I was wondering what occasion called for me to receive so many visitors, Kahe. A fine meal, new tools, a welcome source of cool air. Now I remember why I signed a pot pact. Yeah, because we're providing like the infrastructure, and I guess we get a cut of your rewards or something. I don't know if it's that. I assume that there's some kind of arrangement. I assume that's part of the pot pact. I am grateful for your kind considerations. Allow me a moment or two, and I'll reciprocate with a peace worthy of a potsworn. Is that like crafting noises in the background? I think it is. An oil lamp to brighten the halls of Volok Shunsa. The craftsmanship satisfies Earthenshire's reputation for quality, I trust. Such luster, such brilliance. Truly a fit gift, a gift fit for the Dawn Servant. I'm glad you like it. Considering the time I've wasted till now, I hope to continue crafting at this improved pace. Yeah, I mean, quality of, happy Labor Day, everyone. Tomorrow's Labor Day, but like, yeah, quality of life matters. I have a quad contract to fulfill, after all. Forgive my interruption. Oh no, I forgot. Kona's not an elf, he's a cat. I forgot. Lamati, I am told the Elector has deemed the crisis past and is prepared to task us with the feat. It's great news, thanks for letting me know. So this is the craft of a potsworn. It is indeed a masterful piece. Thank you for your words of praise, Second Promise. I drew inspiration from Kozamauka's natural beauty and sought to capture it in my work. I wondered why moblins did not simply build a workshop in the city, and now I have my answer. Even Charlian goldsmiths could not easily replicate such exquisite artistry. I mean, it's the eternal debate of mass-produced, cheaper stuff versus like the more expensive but slower, harder to replicate, you know, artisan crafted stuff. And I think hopefully there's room for both. One cannot create great things if one lacks creative impetus. Tulihiolal, fortunately, does not want for inspiration. Anyone wishing to learn the basics of a craft would do well to study it there. I was raised among Hetzaro's more traditional than most, and the shared ingenuity of Tiral's various people was eye-opening. Oh, do you see that? That little, like, grumpy... Not grumpy, but, like a sting of memory there. That brief, like, uptick of the lip. You lived as a traditional Hetzaro. I have few fond memories of nomadic life. Kona backstory, here we come. No, but it's on the horizon. It's definitely on the horizon. And I don't think I was wrong. I think a part of Kona's Charlian, like, I don't know, he's like a Charlian weeb a little bit. Like, a part of his love for Charlian stuff is grounded in stuff that is reasonable and real and makes sense and, like, has a logical reason behind it, but part of it is likely driven by some not great experiences with the Hetzaro, or just in Tiral. Rock is very grateful to you. I thank you both for your hard work. I thank you for both your hard work and clever guest think. When it comes to Helphand, knowing the potsworn is really important. Well, that's true for pretty much everyone you meet. It's a lesson I've had drummed into me several times already on this journey. Yeah, Wuklamot understands, like, the overarching themes of the expansion so far. The Feat of Pots. Kona has details to share concerning the forthcoming Feat of Pots. The Elector bids the claimants assemble in the large building on the west side of the village. I will head over after finding Thancred and Urianshe. Ah, I also ran into the Levelier twins. Levelier? Do you pronounce the L? The second L? Is it Levelier or Levelier? Levelier, I think. Like, with a Y. Twins on the way here. I took the liberty of directing them to the venue. We're rivals. It's not his job to make sure I know the feat is starting, but even now, he's conscientious to a fault. Yeah, because Kona seems like a good dude. I'm happy to report we were able to convince one of the potsworn to stay. How did you fare? Ah, so you managed to do the same thing. Splendid. Is that a bark? Was that like a kobold bark? No, it was y'all. Oh, that's the moblin bark. The moblin bark sounds like a kobold in EverQuest. Welcome to Earthenshire, Moblin. First promise, we support your plans for salt crossings and for the new potsworn they will bring. Opportunistic Moblin. And grateful Moblin. Hail the mighty Zoral Ja! He cleared many piles of rockfall as if they were pebble stones. The resilient son of Dawn Servant. I'm just looking at something here. Yeah, I mean, I think he's the one with the highest, with the lowest floor, like the one who could make the worst, have the worst outcome. But I'm not surprised there are people who are supporting him. Zoral Ja was clearing fallen rocks. I'm surprised he would volunteer his time for anything unrelated to the contest. So am I. He's not a win hearts and minds kind of guy. Doesn't seem to be anyway. Well, well, we meet again, Gulool Ja Ja the Mighty. Just in time for the feat to begin. I'll bet he was already here, laying low while the rest of us did all the work. I don't... That friggin' sound. Maybe it's like a clearing of through like a rusty vent. I don't know. Claimants your attention, please. Ready Rock. As Ready Rock has explained, many of our potsworns left us following the storm. The precious metal were crafted by those artisans bring in much jingly shine from across the salt. Should our stream of trade goods dry up, Earthenshire will suffer. Duel Ja Ja merchants will suffer. So Ready Rock sets you this feat. Each of you are to find one clever hand goldsmith to bring us back here. Oh, please let me get the woman with the mammoth back in Ul'dah. Well, she's not going to leave Ul'dah. So we're to recruit new potsworn. Makes sense for the feat of pots. Zoral Ja, calling this a feat does not justify taking advantage of the claimants and their influence. How does finding workers for you demonstrate their worthiness for the throne? You're improving the community. You are free to refuse Ready Rock's request. She will be happy to inform the Dawn Servant of Zoral Ja's disqualification. Get absolutely put in your place. The right is a means to an end. The steps we take to get there are not important. Then Ready Rock declares the feat of pots begun. But remember, a pot pact must be agreed willingly. No grab snatching or deceitful tongue flaps. Yep. No fine print. These are not the Namazu. The Elector said nothing of taking a willing artisan from a rival. Which is exactly what we should do. Such a little shit. Yeah. A fine suggestion, brother. So they do see each other as brothers and not... I guess they are really more like conjoined twins more than anything else. Like as the closest like real life comparison. So they are not the same person. They're just siblings because the brain is really kind of the important separator, right? For identity. I'm glad you think so, brother. Come, let us lay our plans. I'm really not as worried about them in the long run about what they'll do. Just they feel like they're the ceiling on the evil they can get up to feels lower because they just don't seem as good at, like, they seem so overtly like sinister in a way that is hidden that's more easily hidden with Zoral Ja. The nasty brute is up to something. Aye, and he may yet seek to delay us again, as he did on the river. We can but remain vigilant while we plot our course. Like, he feels like an like a villain in the early part of the season, not the one at the end. What do you think, Wooklamot? Have you any candidates in mind to satisfy this feat? I know some artisans amongst my supporters, but they're all in their twilight years. I couldn't ask them to give up the comforts of Duel Ja Ja to live in this remote village, no matter how beautiful the scenery, and it really is beautiful. Meanwhile, Kona probably has 100 young craftspeople to choose from. Not that I'm comparing us, you understand. That's just statement of fact, and it's probably a correct one in this case. This is not false modesty. I suppose we could try asking around Wachumeki Meki? Yeah, sure. Wait, does that mean we have to take the boat again? Haven't you... No, the aetheryte thing is... Using an aetheryte isn't an echo-specific thing, right? Who can use an aetheryte? Like, in the lore. No, I can't do it. I can't stomach another boat ride. You said I should share my burden, so I will speak plainly. The truth is... I get really, really sick on boats. Yeah, that was... You were not good at hiding it. Uklamat, this is hardly news. No one is surprised. You were not stoic. You were doing your best, but you were not stoic. But it was brave of you to admit it. In any case, you won't be fighting the current this time. Heading downriver will be much smoother. It will? Are you sure? She's crying! Oh my god. Cats have no tear ducts in real life, do they? I'm positive. Mostly. Yeah, I mean, there's... you're still on a boat. Ah, the poor thing. Like, when you know you're gonna be... I haven't been on boats enough to get seasick, like, to experience the dread she's experiencing. The closest I get is... when I was younger, like, early teens, and I would go on airplanes. We would fly a fair bit when I was younger, and... my ears would always pop. It would always hurt. And I would always... even if sometimes I knew it was going to be a lower flight or less altitude, it was just always a dreading moment for me getting on airplanes. Yeah, it's that same dread, I think, or similar. I need a moment. Upriver or downriver, if Katumu is too rough for me. The nausea is a bit more bearable now that I've stopped trying to hide it, but I'd still rather not set foot on a boat if I can help it. All right. I think I'm ready. Let's see if Master Ropley can help us recruit a Botsworn. Oh, are we going to recruit the one from before? Oh, but that's who we're going to recruit. I didn't even think of that until just now. The one who was like the new person. Again, it's been many weeks since I last played that. Apologies. But it's been a bunch of weeks, but I think that's who we're recruiting. Greetings, Third Promise. Ropley. What brings you back to Wachumeki Meki? You've not chipped your axe again, have you? No, Master Ropley. Actually, I have a favor to ask. So, what do you think? Know any craftsmen who might be interested? Filching my artisans for the moblins, eh? Well, seeing as it's the Third Promise making the request, I'm willing to look the other way if one of them decides to take you up on the offer. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it's poaching. Only I can't think of a suitable candidate off the top of my head. Who do I know with a mastery of goldsmithing that would also have no qualms about relocating to Earthenshire? Yeah, the Eorzean goldsmith, what about it? No, the Ellison man who just started working here. I mean, it's the same thing I think we're talking about. You mean Fonjantine? He did say he was employed at some fancy jewelry store across the salt. Yeah, him. And considering the distance he's already come, I'd like to think he wouldn't mind moving a little upriver. Yeah, he doesn't have roots here. That helps. That said, he's only just got himself a new job. Is it too soon to ask him to sign a pot pact? There's no harm in making the offer. Once he hears how well the Botsworn are treated, he may even jump at the chance. Either way, you won't find Fonjantine at his workbench at this hour. He's finished for the day, probably enjoying a meal over at Chevalier FTA. Then maybe we should go talk to him. Just you and me, since he knows us. Wouldn't want him to feel intimidated by having to deal with a crowd of new faces. It's a reasonable way to approach it. Let's go and see a man about a pot. What's that from? What's that referencing? I want to see. I'm here to see a man about a something. I don't know. It's referencing something, but I don't know what. The last time we talked on this beach, you were in a miserable state. Yes, I was, wasn't I? A lost soul, until the two of you came along and helped me rediscover my purpose. My new place of employment has been most welcoming, and for the first time in a long time I felt content with my lot in life. Fontaine, Fontaine, Fontaine. That's wonderful. So what was it you wanted to discuss? Well, it's hard to ask for this right after you've settled in, but I'm looking for someone to become a potsworn. I've heard my new colleagues mention the term. That's when an artisan signs a contract to work with the moblins, isn't it? But you're not a moblin. I'm not sure I understand. It's for a feat for the right of succession. I need to bring a new potsworn to Earthenshire. So that is the way of it. I don't know what you're thinking. We've barely met, and after pushing you to work at Wachumeki, I'm now demanding you to throw that away and sign a pot pact instead. It's a selfish request, I know. Is it? It probably is. Like, would you be asking, if you were his friend and not invested in your own stuff, would you recommend this? And I think if the answer is no, then it probably is a bit of a selfish request, but you're not asking him to work like for nothing. He's going to be treated pretty well, and I think he'll probably like it. So it's a little selfish, but not that much. I have something to tell you, Third Promise. This is victory music. The other day, I completed the necessary procedures for immigration. I'm pleased to say I am now an official subject of Tulihiolal. That was fast. I've since endeavored to learn what I can of my new nation, beginning with the right of succession and its claimants, including you, of course. Now, you will... Sorry, Moth. They're just... I keep their numbers down, but they're around. Now, you will recall it was my father's example which led me to pursue goldsmithing. He was at East End when Garlean forces laid siege to the settlement, and in the ensuing chaos, he was slain. War took him from me in an instant, the man I loved and admired. I never wish to suffer such a loss again. And so, as much as I am indebted to you for turning my life around, it is as a fellow peace-loving Tulihiolan that I want you to win the throne. If I can help you achieve that by signing a pot pact, then I shall gladly do so. Yes. Fontaine, thank you. Yeah, heck yeah. And this is, again, it's not just whether it's good for him in terms of like the riches of his life and his career path, like it's supporting his values as a Tyrolian. Allow me, I'm the reason you're leaving, so I should be the one to deliver the news. Really? I don't think so. I actually think that he should be the one to deliver the news, or maybe you go together. Brooke Avu. Perhaps you remember me? Brooke Avu, owner of Shabali FTA? Vaguely. I'd like a word if you don't mind. You're a Wuklomat's ally from across the salt, right? And a hero for some renown, if the gossip's to be believed. Yeah, I've saved the world a few times. You know, what's the plural of apocalypse? That's the kind of hero I am. Well, as it so happens, I could use some heroic help. Doesn't need to be right now, but could you come by when you have a spare moment? Okay. Sounds like a side quest, but it's part of the MSQ, so it's probably not. The role quests! This is the role quests. Okay. I won't worry about this just yet. I'm debating whether to do this, whether to record this or not. Is it the sort of thing you'd be interested? Let me know if it's the sort of thing you'd be interested in recording, in seeing recorded. Uncouth customers. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I don't know. I'm leaning towards probably I won't record it. I might just do MSQ stuff. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot for... I don't think there's probably a lot of interest in it. Master Ropley, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but... yeah, they can read the writing on the wall. Fontaine has agreed to sign the Pot Pact, yes? While it's a shame to lose a capable goldsmith, to have one of our own handpicked to serve the third promise is a great honor for Wachumeki Meki. I appreciate your understanding. Of course, if you happen to know other talented artisans, regardless of their expertise, I hope you send them my way. It could even be yourself if you're so inclined. That's right. I am something I have level 90. I'm sure I can help you out. I can tinker you some ingots or whatever. Though my time here was brief, I will not forget your kindness, Master Ropley. I am blessed to have these workshops be my first home in Tuliolal. Come back to us if the moblins cut you loose. You always have a job at Wachumeki Meki. That's nice to hear. It really is. Fontaine, I expect you'll want to leave for Earthenshire as soon as possible. I'll go and pack my things. I wonder what the role quests are going to be in this, Yeah, I wonder what they're going to be. What became of Fontaine? Were you able to find him? We did, and he's agreed to become a potsworn. Yeah. Good. We'll meet up with Alphino and the others. I had plenty of reasons to win the contest, but now I have one more. Fontaine's putting his faith in me, and I won't let him down. Bum 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 bum. Now unlock deliveries! I was just asking earlier this session how I should level up. Is deliveries the main way? I'll bet deliveries is the main way I should level up Disciple of Hand. A father first. I think this is going to be my final quest for this session. I have a friend of mine, Pythos, has kindly agreed to help give suggestions as far as like what's a good stopping point. Similar to the I feel like Grinding Gear, one of my favorite streams to watch has that person who's like an MS curator, and that's really helpful for them. And I was struggling with like, I was getting really in my head about should I stop here, should I not stop here? I don't want to have to think about that. And so thank you, Pythos, for this. A father first. Visit to the palace. Right then, I have some things to take care of at the palace. While you can pass the time however you like, I suggest you head back to the cabins. After all, even heroes need to rest, and we still have a big journey ahead of us. Airwheeler M9, what is that from? That looks awesome. Oh, look at it, look at it spin. Oh, that's really cool. Peshekwa Innkeeper. Welcome back, madam. You've had a Landsguard messenger most anxiously awaiting your return. Kakushu of the Third Promise's entourage have been all over the city looking for you. The Dawn Servant summons you to the palace. You are to present yourself to the state gate guard stationed outside Sunperch at your earliest convenience. Oh, and one more thing. You are not to mention this visit to Wooklamot. Wait, what? The Dawn Servant summons me and doesn't want Wooklamot to know. What? This is synced. I don't know if this will help, but I'm gonna set this up just in case. This is gonna be a combat thing with the Dawn Servant. Oh, even saying I would suggest full battle regalia. So this isn't an ambush. This is like a test of, I guess this will be. I mean, we've seen that he likes to test. He likes to pit himself in combat against others. I also wonder if we'll fight the Sleepyhead too. You like testing if I'm worthy to help your daughter?
Forgive me this sudden summons. When I learned my daughter's champion was back in the city, I couldn't resist the opportunity.
God, I'm so rusty on Pictomancer, and I wasn't much good to begin with. Every step of his just rocks the ground. Theirs? I guess it's theirs, because it's a brother and... I don't know, is it... I guess it's theirs. Is that the appropriate pronoun? Like a plural theirs?
And they call me head of resolve for good reason. Old as I am, I have not lost a battle worthy of the name since the day I took the throne. And I've been craving a proper challenge. The Lance Wielder, Estinian, he fought well enough, but our bout was ended before a victor could be decided.
I'm sure you could ask him back for a rematch if it was just a timing thing.
Judging by the sailors' gossip, you are a warrior of renown in your homeland.
I'm decent as a warrior. I'm better as a red mage.
Yet I wonder, with all your deeds done and victories won, are you warrior enough to stand against me?
Probably not. I'm probably going to die. Yo, why don't we find out? Because I'm trying to win his favor too. Like, I want, just even for this, I don't know if it'll matter much, but I want him on my side, and that's how you do it.
A spirited answer. Why not indeed?
Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is the Xenos battle face.
The battle rages upon me. I'll stop short of killing you, of course. But expect no other mercies. Come! Ready your arms and show me the truth of the tales.
He's dual wielding swords. I break out my paintbrush. All right, what do we got here? How do I do this? How do I play the video game? That. Again, I know that that Pictomancer guide just came out from Westcalibur, and I'm going to check that out probably after this video, because I want to learn how to play the job, and I suck.
Give it your all! I want to fight to remember!
Fancy blade work. What is fancy blade work? Okay, so AoE.
Let's test the waters.
Dual blows. I want to be on the side that's not glowing. And then switch. Yeah.
Didn't even blink.
Steel Strike, what is this? Oh, shit. Well, that's what that is. I thought I was going to have to hop between quadrants, but no.
Have you ever fought a viper?
No, and I want to level up one.
Ha! Let's see how you handle this.
I have no idea how to handle this. Okay, well, now I see. Do I have heals on this? I completely forgot. I think I have this thing. Let me get away maybe from that? Nope, I was dead wrong. I was 100% wrong. I'm getting hit by friggin' everything this guy throws at me.
The spearman did not lie. Very well then.
Such an energetic song.
Resolve and reason kingdom.
Oh, Reason is up and running.
All right.
Oh shit. I got hit by that. Yep, okay. I'm getting hit by everything. Oh god. I'm getting hit by everything. I thought I was dead multiple times. I did not think I had your measure. Alright, so this is a memory game. So here, here, and then elsewhere. 1, 2, and then there. Yeah, we got it. Wait, what? Let's face this way. And then, nope, move, move, move! Oh, I understand. Okay, it was going to knock me in. I thought it was going to drop a thing on the ground I had to get away from. Drop a line attack that I was choosing where it was. That's not what it was. Which way are you facing? I think those Glory Blaze. I think this column is safe. Oh shit! No! Oh god! Nope. I misread that. I misread that. Dual blows. 1 and then 2 get to this side. Yep. Okay, we're safe. I hope I don't have to get all this guy's health down. I think we're just skirmishing. Oh, meteor, sure. This is such an upbeat song. This is so peppy. And I think we got this now. Fancy blade work. Oh wait, by got this I mean I've never gotten this yet. So that's just an AoE. Nothing I can do about that. What is this ability I used? A magic barrier nullifying damage. Do I have a heal? I don't know if I actually have a heal. Alright, so that's the line. This is the safe zone. No, I was wrong! How should I tell what the safe zone is?
You fight well indeed.
Burning Sun, memory game. This, then there, and stay put. This, and then here, and stay put. Yeah. Brawl Ender. Alright, get knocked somewhere that's not fire. Perfect. See, we can learn. We learn slowly, but we do learn. Doubling. Maybe it's the front of... Oh, the front of the... I see now. I 100% see what that is. I 100% see now. The, shadow... The way that the blade is flickering shows the direction the AoE is going to go. It didn't click until just now. I see it, though. Next time he does that, I got this. So this is the test to see if I actually got it or I'm just blowing smoke. I think this is the safe zone. Now I got it.
You really are formidable.
I'm quite something. Or where are they going to go? What's happening?
Now we'll see what you're truly made of.
I don't know what I'm truly made of. Coiled strikes, so we're going here. Okay. Shoot there. Maybe here now? Wait. Oh no! Did I get it? I at least got the last one. Oh gosh. Unless I died. No, I don't think I died. Oh, button spam. Oh no, this is the... Okay, I just have to not get hit. I don't think I can actually get it all the way in.
That will do. You've shown me more than enough.
That was awesome. That was a great fight. That was really cool. And it wasn't too bad. There were a few things. I got hit by stuff and it didn't make me restart the fight, which I appreciate.
I brought my full strength to bear against opponents before, but you are the first to withstand it.
They didn't know how to tap buttons.
Even with my head of reason asleep.
It's still
I
asleep?
never expected you to give me so much trouble.
I thought when you were doing magic that it was awake. I guess not.
Astoundingly did not exaggerate. You are a force to be reckoned with.
There's some reveal coming with the head of reason, isn't there? I don't know what that reveal's going to be, but there's some reveal coming there. He rips off the mask and it's just Gulool.
Now, a confession. I said I crave a challenge, and that was no lie. But I had another reason for calling you here. I had to judge for myself if you were fit to attend my beloved daughter.
I figured.
In some respects, she is much like me. Hard-headed and prone to rush into danger. But one with your talents could readily dispatch the threats that bar Lamachi's way.
Is that a concern then? Like, because you want her to be the one dealing with these challenges ultimately, right?
Will you hear my question and answer me plainly? Address me not as the ruler of Duel Ja Ja, but a concerned father.
Okay.
Thank you. Then tell me, given your journey together thus far, what is your impression of Lamachi? Whether he be as their promise or just a companion on the road. Speak your mind.
I think she's tremendous. She has an impulsive streak, but she's not governed by it. Like she's aware of it. She's aware of it, and she's aware that it can be a negative. Almost to, like it's almost like a front. The boldness is almost like a front with how, with how insecure she is. And I think she's getting better at putting her faults out up front, and will be healthier and better equipped to deal with them in the long run. That's not hers. She's young but has potential. Yeah, she's young but has potential. She's not ready to rule right now, but by the end of this journey, I think she might be.
Ha! A tactful response, but agreed. She is not ready for the throne. Not yet.
But to be frank, I don't know that anyone is.
I think she understands our many peoples, their histories, their cultures, their beliefs. But she knows only what she's seen in the capital. And it's not only her who concerns me. Even this early in the contest, you must have realized.
Because I don't think she's any better, or I don't think she's any necessary. She's not ready to rule, but that's just in a vacuum. Versus, again, like an ideal ruler versus her, she doesn't measure up yet. But versus the other contestants, I think she's in as good position as any of them.
As potential rulers,
Yeah.
all four claimants are lacking. This is why I elected to hold the right of succession. Not to choose a fitting candidate, but to cultivate one.
The thing is, the thing that bugs me a little bit is that Gulool Ja Ja is clearly unfit. Like, not even. But again, maybe I'm misreading. Maybe because I've talked about him having a potential face turn. He could. Maybe he is. Maybe the Saturday morning cartoon villainry of him. I do think there is potential to cultivate it into something. I take that back. I was gonna say, like, all of them seem like they have potential, but except for Gulool Ja Ja, I disagree with that. I changed my mind. I think he could be okay if he's, depending on his arc.
Me by the end of it, then to no one will I yield my throne.
Good man.
As a parent, I pray that my children rise to the occasion.
But I mean, I'll bet you could have, at the very least, you could by the end say, like, I won't yield my throne to you, but if I die, you're my successor.
With outsiders dragged into my game, I am also hopeful that the different perspectives you and your companions have to offer will inspire them to grow. I imagine you in particular have traveled many lands, know many peoples and cultures, loved them and being loved in turn.
Why is that phrase familiar to me?
As you think best. Walk at her side and, when needed, push her to walk ahead.
It's a big responsibility.
I knew it. There I was, about to sit down for some of Namika's cooking, when I heard that Papa had sent for you.
I got the dad talk. Bring you home by 11. No funny business. He's got a shotgun. He won't hesitate to use it.
You were dueling behind my back, weren't you?
I see there is no point in denying it. You needn't
Excuse me.
worry, daughter. I took care not to inflict lasting injuries.
Hey, I was a draw. I think we did okay. I think I did all right.
Your ally may return to the contest without disadvantage. No harm done.
I swear, just as I was learning newfound respect for my father. Let's take our leave of this battle-mad oaf before he calls on the rest of my entourage.
I love their relationship. Like, it's a really good sign of a relationship when a kid feels comfortable being themselves around their parent and comfortable teasing them a little bit. Like, it's not disrespectful. It's like a loving, teasing sign of comfort. I wonder if he's rooting for her.
Watch over her, champion.
I think he might be, I don't know. Because I don't know enough about his relationship with the other candidates. He's certainly rooting for her as a person. I don't know if he's rooting for her to win, though.
Kona's recruits are no less sharp, as one might expect of Galof's countrymen. They saw the flaws in our claimants from the outset.
Who are you talking to? Are you talking to the, to your left head?
The other two, though. They dismiss comrades willing to point out their shortcomings. And no good can come of it.
It is a concern for both of them. Yeah, both Zoral and Gulool Ja Ja are... It's a legit worry, and he knows it. Like, they're far bigger concerns, even for him, than Kona and Wuklamot. If he had his way, Papa would keep dueling until the day he dies. I hope he doesn't die in a duel. That feels like that could be just a throwaway line, or that could be like tragic foreshadowing. Even now, I know of only 3 people who didn't need to be carried away from after their bouts. Zoral Ja, your lance-wielding friend Estinian, and yourself. I wonder if Gulool Ja Ja has tried and just got his crap rocked. You really do live up to your fearsome reputation. I'm curious though, did Papa want anything else of you? I hate lying to her. A small favor, nothing more. This isn't lying. I hope she questions and I hope I answer. Well, if that's all it was. It's not really lying. He didn't want anything major of us. He just wanted to, wanted to gauge our mettle and try to be as good a mentor to her as possible. I don't know why we're hiding that. I don't like that. So that's where I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this as we continue through the Dawntrail MSQ, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.